Imagine stepping into an empty elevator, the metallic doors closing behind you, the flickering light reflecting off the mirror in front of you. Now imagine knowing that this elevator could take you to another world, but only if you follow the rules. And if you make one mistake, you might never come back. Lucas never believed in internet rituals. He was a skeptic, the kind of guy who laughs at horror videos and comments fake at the end. But that night, something inside him wanted to test the limits of fear. Maybe it was boredom. Maybe it was that sick curiosity of someone who needs to prove he's in control. The abandoned building downtown seemed perfect. 10 floors, power still running, absolute silence. He walked in with his phone recording and a flashlight in his pocket. The clock read 2:47 a.m. The sound of the doors closing echoed like a point of no return. Rule number 1, be alone, he muttered, half laughing. Check. He pressed the button for the 4th floor. The elevator moved slowly, groaning like an old creature trying to stay alive. But halfway up, the lights flickered. For a second, he could swear someone was breathing behind him. When he looked, the mirror showed only his own reflection, or maybe something slightly out of focus, like another shadow moving with him. The elevator stopped. The 4th floor was empty, but a chill ran down his neck. He pressed 2. Therefore, the game had begun. As the elevator descended, the motor sounded strange, heavier, almost alive. The lights buzzed in a rhythm that didn't belong to electricity. His breathing synced with the metallic hum. When the doors opened on the 2nd floor, he froze. The hallway was dark, but there were footsteps, slow, steady, as if someone had just stepped out of sight. Okay, that's just the building creaking, he whispered. He pressed 6. The elevator went up and the air changed. It grew thick, suffocating. A faint static filled his ears. When the doors opened on the 6th floor, the hallway glowed red. At the far end, a silhouette, still, watching. He blinked and it was gone. His pulse pounded in his ears. Sweat rolled down his temple, but he laughed, nervous, shaky. Just a light glitch. This isn't real. He pressed 2 again. The elevator dropped too fast, so fast he felt his stomach rise. When it stopped, the doors opened with a violent click. This time, there was no hallway. Just darkness. Lucas hesitated. The camera was still rolling, his hand trembling. He pressed 10. The elevator climbed, slowly, too slowly. Each floor seemed to take longer than the last. The hum of the motor faded. What replaced it was his heartbeat, and a breathing sound that wasn't his. At the 5th floor, the elevator stopped by itself. The doors opened. She was there. A woman, wearing a grey dress, skin pale like wax, hair covering half her face. She stepped in silently. The air turned icy. Lucas stared at the buttons, fighting the urge to look, but he could feel her gaze burning into him. "Don't look. Don't look," he whispered through clenched teeth. But she whispered his name. Soft, intimate, like someone who had known him forever. Lucas swallowed hard. That's impossible, he thought. Therefore, he slammed his finger on 10, his nail cracking from the force. The elevator started to rise. She didn't move, but her whisper continued, now inside his head. The 10th floor arrived. The doors slid open to reveal a pitch-black hallway, except for one faint light flickering in the distance. The air beyond the doors felt different, thicker, warmer. And somewhere far away, there was the sound of wind, like sand blowing across a desert. Lucas took a step forward. The woman didn't follow. She just watched. "This is it," he whispered, as if understanding something unspoken. He stepped out. The doors closed behind him, soundless. Then, silence. The hallway stretched endlessly. The walls pulsed as if breathing. The floor felt solid, but every step echoed for seconds. Doors lined both sides, but none had handles. He called for the elevator, shouted, ran, but nothing changed. Until he heard footsteps behind him. He turned. Nothing. He turned again. The woman was there, only a few feet away, moving slowly, like she had all the time in the world. Lucas ran terrified, but the corridor stretched on forever. The lights flickered faster, and with every flicker she got closer. Finally, he found a door slightly open. He burst through it and slammed it shut. Inside, there was only a mirror, and his reflection was smiling. Panic consumed him. He screamed, hit the glass, but his reflection didn't move. It only stared back with something inhuman behind its eyes. Then the reflection lifted its hand and pointed upward. Lucas understood. The only way out was the elevator. He ran back. The flickering lights made the hallway pulse with madness. The woman's whisper echoed from every direction. "You looked. You saw me." The elevator waited. Doors open. He dove inside, shaking. Pressed the buttons in reverse, 5, 10, 2, 6, 2, 4. The elevator dropped, but not how he remembered. With each floor, the space distorted. The walls stretched, the control panel melted, and his reflection twisted, grinning too wide. The number 1 appeared, but the elevator didn't stop. It went past it. The light blinked once, and everything went black. Lucas closed his eyes, prayed. The elevator jerked to a stop. The doors opened. The air was different. He stepped out. Same hallway, same flickering light, same dirty floor. He laughed, breathless. "I'm back. I made it." But then behind him a soft voice whispered, "Did you?" Lucas turned. The elevator was empty, but the doors were closing. And in the reflection of the metal, the woman smiled. Since that night, they say that elevator still moves by itself at 2:47 a.m. It always stops on the 5th floor, even when no one presses the button. And sometimes, a voice calls your name. Would you answer?